Welcome to the lab, where sometimes we cook and sometimes we dissect. That's why we gotta have the appropriate gear. This is breaking news. The ANC application to have Umkhonto weSizwe party removed from the ballot has been unsuccessful and dismissed by the Electoral Court. Fundamentally, the court said the reasons for the ANC's late application were irrational. The ANC had ample time to make all of the applications that were necessary to make when they were supposed to make. There were two arguments the ANC made. One was that their delay should be condoned because they applied very late for this particular matter to the Electoral Court, and number two, that they were strong on the merits, that the application, that the decision made by the Deputy Chief Electoral Officer to put Umkhonto weSizwe on the ballot was unlawful and ultra vires because it was an application of power that was inconsistent with what the Deputy Chief Electoral Officer could do. Fundamentally, when the application was lodged, the Deputy Chief Electoral Officer actually then requested supplementary documents, and the ANC then said, the request for supplementary documents was one which was unlawful. The Electoral Court actually said, nah, you guys are taking a chance, you're taking a chance on the time, you're taking a chance on the merits, and they've dismissed this application. What this means is that Umkhonto weSizwe will actually be on the ballot and will be contesting in the election, which is now 64 days away. And this was one of the things I raised in a video that I made. I said, listen, the actual timing of this case is so late. This application is so late that it's unlikely that the court will approve. And the judges asked very tough questions to counsel for the ANC, and counsel for the ANC was dismissive. And you can watch the video, it's on my timeline, about this particular issue. And I did note that this is going to be a challenge for them. So in case you're wondering if the boy is legit, the boy is legit. I did my LLB at Wits University. Don't get it twisted. So MK is going to be on the ballot. The ANC is still trying another strategy in a different forum, a different court. They're arguing about intellectual property, and this is happening in the Durban High Court today as we speak, but they're not going to televise that particular hearing. They're not going to allow cameras in. We'll have to rely on secondhand information from journalists, and some of whom don't have legal training. But be that as it may, we'll wait to see what happens there. But for all sundry purposes, the Umkhonto weSizwe party is going to be on the ballot. This actually was a mistake by the ANC to bring this case because it brought a lot of attention to Umkhonto weSizwe party. Just if you go check on SABC on their YouTube, how many people watched that hearing, it has brought a lot of earned media for Umkhonto weSizwe party, and has also revealed deep concerns within the ANC about Umkhonto weSizwe, because early on, Umkhonto weSizwe was being addressed as an insignificant threat by the ANC. They were making it seem as if they don't care. But now they have revealed that they care enough to go to two different courts to try to find ways to prevent this particular political party from being on the ballot. And that indicates deep concern. You don't do these kind of things unless you're deeply concerned about the impact of this party on your party. ENCA says that MK is going, their poll, which I doubt, shows that the MK is going to get 10%. Brenthurst has a poll which says MK is going to get 13%. I also doubt that. The reason why I doubt that is because COPE came in at 7%, EFF came in at 6%. With some change. I don't think that Umkhonto weSizwe will come in at over 10%. It's extremely unlikely, even though I acknowledge that Jacob Zuma is still a very popular political figure, more popular even than Cyril Ramaphosa in the townships and the rural areas. He's more popular, but it takes a while to build the kind of traction, and I don't think even Zuma can pull it off. But I could be wrong, but I don't think so. And if you go back and watch a video I made in December, I addressed the prospects that Zuma had, and I actually said he was going to be a threat to the ANC. So I think they can get 5%, 6%, maybe 8%. I really think it's going to be difficult to surmount that kind of a hurdle in this particular election. But even if they get 3%, that could be very harmful to the ANC, because it's polling right now at 40%, maybe even less, and for Zuma to take 3% away from them, because I think the votes are coming predominantly from the ANC side, not necessarily the EFF side. I don't see fighters leaving the EFF to go to Jacob Zuma, but I do see a lot of disgruntled hardcore ANC members who were unhappy with the treatment of Jacob Zuma by the Ramaphosa administration shifting. There is an enthusiasm gap for President Ramaphosa. There's a lot of nostalgia for the Zuma era. Many people don't view it as a 9 wasted years. They actually view it as a better period of administration than the Ramaphosa years. The levels of load shedding have gone up. There's now water shedding. Unemployment has gone up. The cost of living has gone up. Inflation is high. All of these indicators are not in favor of the incumbent President Ramaphosa. And those who view the Zuma years as being better for them may still have strong feelings towards him because of how they experienced his administrative period, but also they may also have strong feelings towards him because they view him as a victim of particular attacks within the political party. So that's what's happening. That's the update. Mkhonto Wesizwe is going to be on the ballot until further notice. You have been watching a dissection in the lab. Till the next one.